What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to episode number 34 of my Path to Power. Wanted to say thank you guys for the support on the special episode. That was episode number 33. Something I know is a little bit different and not my normal Path to Power routine, but I hope you guys liked it. It seems like you did, and we're kicking it back to something a little bit more normal. Now, I'll throw a few things in here or there, like today, it's National Kate Upton Day, so of course we had to make her our manager. She's looking real fresh in her little GQ cover photo and sucking on a popsicle, which is a bit of dirty talk within itself, and seeing as how we are Dirty Talk Inc., I figured that would be nice and fitting, but we're heading into another season's match in Division 2, this time with the Bundesliga team. After playing Mr. Max, I decided that, hey, a silver team might not be the best idea when most of these people out here are going to be doing their absolute best to get me with their gold team, and he freaks out a little bit. I was putting on a lot of pressure in the beginning of this match, and it's kind of one of those things. When you have 5 midfielders, and the 3-5-2 is great for it, the 4-5-1 also seems great for it, because when I've played against people using the 4-5-1, I get a little flustered from time to time, and it feels like there are players everywhere, and all the passing lanes are covered. And because this game is so heavily build-up / counter-oriented, if you have players to get in the, well, that's kind of an oxymoron, build-up / counter-oriented. If you don't counter and you're forced into build-up, then having 5 midfielders is great. But the way you end up having to get by 5 midfielders is having to try to catch people on the counter. And I just thought that was a lovely little goal. Played into the box. Marco Reus right there puts it into the side netting. He's a fantastic player. We've been over that. He's got an inform card out right now. He's set as a left mid, so I doubt that I'll be going after him. I like using him as a striker. I really don't want to put him out wide. There are plenty of good wide options in the book. Rough! Oh my gosh, this was one of those moments in FIFA where I just wanted to freak out. I wanted to throw something. I cannot believe that the ref got in the way of the pass, which caused the counterattack, which caused the goal that brought him to within 1 of me. And I was a little bit nervous. He was a decent player. He'd had some attacking chances on me. I'd had some on him. He'd started to figure out my play style a little bit towards the end of it. But I end up getting the better of him right here. And this is because he's freaking out, trying to get the ball back so quickly because he knows the clock is ticking. Time is running out. Eventually, we get it to Bastian Schweinsteiger, who rifles it into the back of the net. 86th minute, point blank shot. And it's he's just never going to miss from there. He's got a really high shot power, and the keeper's never going to have a chance of saving that. So 3-1 is where we are. He's going to swoop one more back. Essentially, that was just real poor defending. I guessed that he was going to try to turn onto Danny Welbeck's right foot. I assumed that Danny Welbeck had 3-star weak foot, and so I figured, hey, most people are going to go to their player's strong side, and that's what I wagered on. He went the other way, and he took advantage. We're now 6 points out of 2 games in Division 2, which is excellent, though we've had 2 tight games. The first one was 4-2 against Max, this time 3-2, and I decided, hey, Mario Gomez, I subbed him on in that game. He just isn't really doing it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and list him up for 12 hours overnight. 22,500, I think, is what I list him for. It's the cheapest buy now on the market, and I just want him essentially gone. So I can get the coins back. We'll be up. As you can see now on the screen, he did indeed sell on 62 or almost 63,000 coins on top of the 2 teams that we have. So we're in business. We have a very good side. Since it is now Wednesday, I decided, hey, it's okay to open the pack, and we get Zarate, and I couldn't help myself, guys. If you were with me in Path to Power on FIFA 12, you know that I had to put him into the side, and we're eventually going to work him in and get him some playing time. Everybody else, though, we list up, and I think that's something that's not done enough, guys. You'd be surprised if you're very frugal about the gold 5K packs. You can generally make your coins back on them in kind of a bizarre way, and I'll try to go about showing you guys that. Maybe not so much now because contracts are going for such a cheap amount, but we come up against the next guy, 5-2-2-1 Brazilian side. I kind of shook my head. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew this side was coming. I think we'd been fortunate not to play it sooner. And it was exactly what I expected it to be. Pacey center backs on a super counterattack going forward. We draw a penalty off of a terrible first touch from his keeper. 1-1000, 2-1000. Schweinsteiger, perfect penalty, tucks it into the side netting at the far post to give us an early lead in the 8th minute. And it honestly went through my mind to knock this around the back the entire time, or knock it around the midfield and around the back, because, hey, You're using a 5-back. Come on, man. And some people are going to say, Japes, your 3-5-2 is practically a 5-back within itself. And yeah, I suppose you can kind of look at it that way, but they're still technically midfielders. And this guy eventually switched after he scored that goal, or before he scored that goal. He went, I think, ultra attacking with a 5-back, which was quite difficult to defend. It felt like there were guys forward everywhere, and we're eventually going to find Marco Reus, and that's why we're going to keep him as our striker. He finds a way to get into the back of the net. 89th minute to put us up 2-1. Another extremely competitive match in Division 2. Also, guys, on a separate note, I will more than likely be streaming today. So be on the lookout to my Twitter, which is www.twitter.com/AirJapesFIFA, and my Facebook, which is facebook.com/AirJapesFIFA, to know when I will be streaming. If you guys would indeed like to check that out, and that is something that I appreciate you stopping by for. Other than that, if you missed yesterday's episode against Max, it was a good bit of fun, and that'll be in the link in the description for the whole Path to Power playlist. My name is Japes. Thank you all for your support, and I will catch you all next time.